you. Have you ever had a dream, sort of like a premonition? At the age of 15, I experienced one of the worst dreams ever, sort of like a nightmare. In this nightmare, there were many people sick and dying, including my family and friends, and no one knew why this was happening. This nightmare haunted me for over 30 years, and it wasn't until I experienced some devastating moments in my life when I realized that nightmare was real. When I graduated high school, I decided to aim high by joining the United States Air Force. I enjoyed being in the military and the many opportunities that it provided. One of the main requirements for me was to stay physically fit. And being the tomboy that I am, that was never a problem. Many years after leaving the military, I found myself on this battlefield, totally unrelated to the Air Force. And like others, I too had fallen victim to obesity. Prior to gaining the weight, I was very comfortable in my size 10s, weighing 160 pounds. But over the course of time, I painfully witnessed my weight and my size increase. No longer a size 10, but a 12, 14, 16, 18, tipping the scale at 236 pounds. And if that wasn't bad enough, I struggled. I struggled with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, severe depression. I was pre-diabetic. The dream that haunted me for over 30 years slowly began to emerge into my reality. But I decided I was not about to give up without a fight. I had children that loved me. I had people that loved me, people that I love. So instead of going to the gym 2 and 3 days a week, I continuously increased my gym visits to a point in which I was going 4 to 5 days a week, twice a day. I would go in the morning before work and in the evening after work. Food for me was not a problem. I was a healthy eater. Very seldomly did I go to restaurants or eat at fast food restaurants. I prepared my own food. And to give you an example, for dinner, I would have cornbread, red beans and rice, fried chicken, apple pie, and then I would wash all that healthy food down with my homemade sweetened tea. Healthy food, right? But despite my efforts, I could not get the weight off and keep it off. So I secretly joined multiple weight loss centers. Again, I could not get the weight off and keep it off. So I decided to do something totally out of the norm. And during Lent season, I decided to give up meat for 40 days only. After the 40 days, I had lost 33 pounds. I was feeling so good. And to celebrate, I needed to go and treat myself to one of those meals that I was accustomed to. And as soon as I took a bite of meat, I immediately began to get sick to my stomach and dizzy. Not really understanding what that was about, I tried it again the very next week. And the exact same thing happened. So I decided to call my brother. And it was my brother who said, "Sis, your body has given up the meat. It doesn't want it anymore. And you're becoming one of those vegan people." That conversation led me to do my own research. And what I found out was that food could be a weapon for my body or a weapon against my body. So me, a vegan? You mean to tell me that for the rest of my life, I would have to eat fruits, veggies, grains, nuts, and legumes. What in the heck is a legume? I don't know. I didn't know. But you know what? The weight kept coming off and staying off. So I decided maybe I should check out those vegan people. I needed to know who they were, where they were from, and where in the world are they getting their protein. So I joined this cooking class. And while at this cooking class, the host comes out and she says, I am going to teach you all how to make cornbread, greens, macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. Wait a minute. Did she say macaroni and cheese? I already knew how to make macaroni and cheese. And there was nothing vegan about macaroni and cheese. So I raised my hand. Excuse me? She said, yes. I said, did you say we are going to make macaroni and cheese? And she said, yes. I said, wait, sorry. Is this a vegan cooking class? And she said, yes. I slowly put my hand down. And what I learned that day was so amazing. I was still going to be able to eat some of the foods that I love. I was in a good place. The standard American diet is the diet that belongs and that is practiced by a majority of Americans. This diet is high in meat, fats, sugar, salt. It is known, and it does contribute to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, just to name a few. The vegan diet, on the other hand, is totally devoid of animals and animal byproducts, eggs, milk, and cheese. This diet is known to lower blood pressure, cholesterol, no form of diabetes. Ladies and gentlemen, I confess, I am one of those vegan people. And it's been over 6 years since I made the transition. I no longer struggle with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I am not pre-diabetic. I decided to answer the call. And you are seeing me stand here before you as America's results-driven, plant-based expert. I have helped so many people lose weight, get rid of preventative illnesses. Allow me to introduce you to Lisa. When Lisa came to me, Lisa was weighing 375 pounds. She only stands 5'2". After 5 months of being on my program, she was taking 20 medications and she was able to cut that in half. After a year, Lisa lost over 190 pounds. Woo! Meet LB. He comes to me and he said, hey doc, I'm not trying to become a vegan. I just need to lose a little weight. And plus I'm taking blood pressure medication. 2 months, after 2 months, LB lost the weight and he was taking off his medication. And then meet my heart. Her name is Morgan. Morgan is only 10 years old. And after 2 weeks, Morgan had lost 10 pounds. A little girl. These are just some of the testimonies. I have many, many more. Again, I'm standing here talking to each of you. Are you ready? Are you ready to start living your best life? I want to see it happen and I can help you. So join me. Call me, contact me. I am Dr. Brenda Bradley, America's result-driven, plant-based expert. To contact me, you can visit me on my website, www.drbtbradley.com. I'm waiting on you. We have work to do, and I'm happy. Last but not least, do me a favor. Always allow food to be your medicine and never your poison. Thank you.